Welcome. Today we are going to invoke water energy. It is crucial to appreciate that there are many different points of focus, aspects of your mind, body, and spirit that may need the most attention. And if you put a mental priority to be strong ahead of the desire to become more flexible or more fluid, then you're going to be imbalanced in a way that will cause problems that are not worth the trade off of increased muscle. Today, we are emphasizing fluidity and flexibility with the standing flower. This is back to basics. Stand hips distance apart, be comfortable. The outside edge of your feet are largely parallel, but you'll notice if you shift around, like what feels like you're alive. Spread your toes, ripple them on the ground. So push the pinky toe, see if you can do almost one toe at a time. Press into the ground and then grip it. Tuck your tail, play around with tucking your tail. Loosening the hips, separating them a bit, leaning side to side. Then tuck your tail again. You're feeling the flat of your lower back. It's going, you're drawing it down, straightening it a bit, turning your thighs slightly out, gentle bend to the knees. And then when you straighten them again or come closer to straight, maintain that tuck. Keep a strong connection between your legs and your spine. Begin inhaling. Keep those feet and legs a little bit alive. Now stop. Don't raise your arms. Then raise your arms. Let the breath drive this. One more, bigger arch. Inhale, open the arms, look up. Arch open at the heart. Namaste at the heart. Take some deep breaths into your heart. Now note how you feel. This basic attunement. How do you feel in your heart, in the center of your chest? We're going to begin swinging. So you're rotating around a straight line from your root to your crown through your heart. The goal is to open the chest. So breathe deeply. It doesn't have to be, the maximum. But try to get some big open breaths. And increasingly loosen the shoulders and the arms so the arm is sort of bouncing into your lower back. Your arms are they're not doing this. They're swinging and they're opening. You can feel the shoulders separate, which means they're moving a little bit independently. You're dissolving some of that stuckness in the upper chest and back. You can lean a little and then start to slow it down. Exhale and inhale to Namaste again. Mountain, tuck the tail, lift. Sense the difference as you breathe into your heart. Let each breath take you deeper. Crown. To tune into the crown, we're going to inhale, lift up on your toes a little. As soon as you start to lose your balance, come back down. So you're finding your comfortable range. The goal is to lift up high, come down, hands on top of your head. But feel free to explore with a little more restraint. See if you can hold it. And if you can't, back off a little and hold it with a more shallow lift. You're gaining awareness of the nuance. And now really reach. See what's the highest you can reach. Grab the energy between your hands, bring it down into your crown. Do a couple more. You're grabbing the highest light and ushering it into your crown. Next time up, come down slowly, hands on top of your head, elbows out, shoulder blades in, tuck the tail, divine pose. Breathe into your crown. Be subtle at first. Feel reverent. Divine presence is with us. Next inhale, half moons. So do this small at first. You're inhaling to center, exhaling to the side. You're dropping that lower shoulder, and if you need to, you can lower the upper arm. You want to feel that bend to each side. And you want to pause in the middle until your exhale tells you. The inhale tells you when to turn back towards center. Now increasingly try to make it a little more full. So at first maybe you're more compressed. Now you're lifting. I have 2 fingers pointed. You can keep your hands together or interlace the fingers. And now feel the full side stretch. So let go of the inner side that you're bending towards. Lengthen the opposite. One more. Each side. And return to divine pose. Elbows back, shoulder blades in, tuck the tail. Breathe into your crown. This practice is designed more to open you, tune you with the world, open, cleanse, and align your chakras. Should leave you feeling good. Your body should enjoy it. Certainly not as physically strenuous. Let that be okay. Now walk your hands down behind your neck. Bring the elbows in. I'll play around with this. You can loosen the interlace of like your pinky, and then you're resting your head back. This is called sleepwalker pose. So try to align yourself. How could you fall asleep this way? So you're just resting your head back. Feel what pure efficiency would be like. So you're adjusting your stance based in like real deep rest. What is the least amount of effort required to maintain this pose. That's why we got the sleep walker name in there. Now breathe into the back of your throat like the ocean. Relaxing the neck, letting it trust the support of your arms. Letting your shoulders go and beginning circles. So neck rolls. When you've got your hands and arms like this, it prevents you from yanking your neck. Gives you a little resistance when you're pressed back. And it irons out the tensions really deeply. So see if you can bring real conscious awareness. Side, back, side, front. And do another roll, and then slow it as you go down, pause, and reverse. You can change pace when you reverse. See if you can go deeper. Your neck is your priority. Opening the throat. One more roll, pause back. Sleepwalker. Can this be even easier? Now, loosen. I'm turning to the side, you don't need to. Buddha belly. When you let your belly go, it becomes right here, balanced with your hips. So your hips are pushed forward and you can really feel the sacral and lower back. Sense this circle. You can keep your hands on your sides, or you can let them go, whichever feels more natural. And do this back and forth just a couple times so you feel the balance between the front and back of your body, all the way up your legs. You should center the energy up your legs so no muscle group is doing too much of the work on its own. Now breathe into your lower pelvic floor and feel the wave ripple up your spine, open your chest, through your throat. After several breaths, give it another. Spread those toes, grip the floor, and begin to circle. Hip circles. You're letting the hips and shoulders separate. We really emphasize this theme. You're carving out a circle, almost like you're hula hooping. What's the limit that you can stay centered while making a circle? You can consider letting the arms go, carving it a little deeper. Do another couple. The neck is not straining, it's just following this motion. Slow. Still momentum. Reverse the flow at a new pace. The new pace can let you tune in more deeply. Now really get that wave breath going. So you're adjusting the entire motion for your breath. Your breath is driving this. It's an extension of the breath. This helps you integrate. Give it another 2. Lean and come to stillness and Buddha belly again. If you want to, you can do a little back, forward to recenter yourself. You can even do 1 circle in the opposite direction if you feel a little dizzy. Just takes 1. And breathe in waves into the pelvic floor. Feeling that circle around the hips, lower back. Another breath. Then bend forward, ragdoll. So we're going to lean here. You're leaning with your elbows above your knees. Extend the lower back and belly. Let go of the head. Ragdoll. How can this be as effortless as possible? Lengthen the spine. It's a gentle inversion, but it's an inversion. So let that draw your chest down. Lean side to side with the shoulders. See if that can help create more space. Draw the lower belly in. See if that can help create more space. And begin to breathe through the nose. Now watch me if you need to. We are going to do alternate nostril breathing with a twist. So I'm going to come up, inhale, and plug one side of my nose. Then I'm going to go away from the hand that is plugging my nose. So I'm using a thumb to plug my nose. I'm going to start to exhale. And at the end of the exhale, I twist across my body like I'm squeezing the breath out. You can rest the elbow on the opposite knee, or don't if that's too extreme. Then inhale. You can rest the unused hand on the leg, plug the opposite nostril, exhale slowly. And twist at the end. Now begin to do this at your pace. Inhale with strength. Switch. Hold the pause. Then start to exhale more slowly. As you feel the exhale completing, twist. And even consider raising the inner arm. The unused arm. Two more, one on each side. Come to center, ragdoll. Now on this one, either stay with your forearms and elbow right above the knee, or let go still further. You can wrap your arms behind the knees and back of the shin, back of the calf. Draw that lower abdomen in to lengthen your spine. Belly towards the thighs. The knees are bent. You're just giving the head and shoulders, let them be heavier. Take all the active strength out of them and just let them draw your spine down. And then draw that abdomen in even more. Embrace this inversion. Breathe here a couple more times through your nose. Arms go. Inhale up into chair. I'm going to turn, don't you? So in chair, feet hips distance. You can start like really gentle, and then you're going down using this balance between the front and back of the legs. So the balls of the feet and the heel, balanced. The shins and calves, balanced. The quads and backs of the thighs, balanced. They're all working together. Now you can go a little up and down, feeling the legs unite in your navel up into your solar plexus. Chair. Now your arms, let them go if they're distracting. You want them to come out of the solar plexus, open them, so you're wrapping the shoulders open, and then the fingertips are pointing together. But they should be an extension. And from here, breathe into your solar plexus. Sink down a little if you comfortably can. And begin a bear in a chair. So we're doing this bear walk. You're reaching almost like you're clawing something down and back. This should feel very fluid. You're coming forward like a swimmer's stroke, and you're looking in every direction. You're going down, up, down, up. You're making these circles on each side. You can see everything. And feel the solar plexus as the pivot of this. See if you can make it easier. Reach a little further through the shoulder. Keep those legs alive and grounded. Slow it down. Deepen the breath. And return to chair. Easy. Let go of the arms if you need to. And then bring them back with as little effort as necessary. Breathe into your solar plexus. See if you can sink to a slightly deeper chair. Tuck in that tail. Deepening the breath. Inhale, straighten the legs. Draw the abdomen in, fold forward. This is a forward bend. Now, stop right here. You can put your hands right below your knees. Concentrate on, the knees aren't locked, but the legs are largely straight. Now, draw the abdomen in again. Inhale, straighten the back a little. Coming up. Exhale, really let go into a forward bend. Head last. Breathe. Now this is for the diamond dive. You're feeling a connection straight into the ground. You might be up a little higher with your hands on your, what are these? Right below your knees. Now, watch me first if you need to. You might want to have a chair here or even the wall, windowsill. Brace yourself. You're inhaling, you're lifting one leg. Exhale, put it down. You're just doing this. Now, you're striving higher, and you're striving to have that rooted leg be straight. But put comfort and aliveness first. So from a good foundation, you lift higher, but don't push past a stable foundation. Begin to make it easier. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Experiment lifting your fingertips a little, even just a little. Really opening the back of the lower body, your butt. One more each side. Now come forward, up, relatively flat back, parallel with the ground. Straighten the knees, drawing the abdomen, forward fold. Lean back, ground those heels, abdomen in, melt your belly towards the thighs. Breathing into any tensions, opening with the breath, releasing them to the earth. Another couple breaths. Next inhale. Step your feet a little bit apart, just a little past hips distance. Bend the knees, centaur pose. Some people call this horse dancer. Slightly bent knees. Put your hands like this, then rotate them out. Watch what this does to your upper chest and shoulders. Do that a couple times. Pushes the chest forward. This is what we're going for. We're feeling this for the lungs. Breathe into that upper chest. Really fill your breath. You should be a little bouncy because the knees are slightly bent. This is great prepared for moving. Now, you could just watch me or try it. If I straighten my knees, I can't rotate much. If I bend my knees, I can rotate and see all the way behind me quite easily. So this is often used in martial arts because it gives us so much more flexibility and awareness. So I want you to feel that sense that you're ready to spring in any direction. Then inhale, bring your arms up. So the back of your upper arm is flat to the ground. And watch me first. I'm going to exhale. I'm rotating to one side. The opposite arm comes down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now this is a very basic move in Tai Chi. Something similar is used in many martial arts disciplines. You're ready to block kicks or punches in two ways. So we're really covering our whole space. This is what the lungs do. The lungs are about drawing boundaries. So this is beautiful to cultivate. Now this This is sort of a missing piece in our practice. I'm encouraging people to consider replacing Archer, because sometimes you just might not want to strain your upper back that much. But also you might start there and then progress to Archer. Now, when some threat has come close to you, you might need to fight with it with your hands. Ideally, we get them further away. So in Archer, we're reaching behind our heart from above and below. But you want it to be fluid, so we're not going to pause to strain the arms to meet each other. You're just opening the shoulders, really creating space for a deeper breath. Slow it down, one more, each side. Come back to center in Centaur. Breathe into your upper chest. Now watch me first. I'm going to sink down, scoop my hands towards each other, hop into goddess pose. Now I like trusting the first hop. That's a nice place to work. You might adjust around a little, lean forward, lean back to change the angle of your feet a little, but trust the first hop. That's where your body is naturally willing to reach. And bring your arms back up. Fingertips broad. Tuck that tail. Watch what happens when you tuck that tail with the legs open. The thighs are rotating out. You can sink down a little lower that way. Really feel the limit of your goddess squat there. And this is where some of you might want to consider broadening the stance. If, not as a challenge, but just because you know you can work with a greater depth. And now come and hug a tree. Now this is more important than you might think. Imagine you are the roots. You're hugging a tree and you're learning what it feels like to have this giant column of energy rooted into the ground. And then we're going to lean to one side. Now when you do, if you need to, rest. Come back up. Exhale down. Come back up. And if you can, don't lean. Stay rooted. So what you want to do is find the limit where you might lose your footing and then back off a little. And increasingly create a sort of snap up. So your root is doing all the work. Imagine your root is lifting you up like that. Just squeezing in on the root brings your entire upper body upright. And you feel this ripple up your spine. Now, add an awareness of this swaying. So this is called swaying. And it's like you're bending a sapling and you're feeling the bounce. You are teaching yourself to trust your roots. Feeling that subtlety as your upper body sways in the wind. One more, each side. Hug that tree. Transition back into goddess. Sink down to your lowest comfortable limit. Prepare us for some lion's breath. So watch me if you need to. You're going to stick out your tongue, clench up your face, and growl like a lion. Every muscle in the face. One more. Lower the arms. Knuckles to the ground. Inhale, come up. So you're coming up from resting your knuckles on the ground to the most comfortable point. This is called ape pose. It's really a missing piece in my experience. Feeling this position where the upper body is just chilling. It's doing nothing. But the shift from weight in forelimbs to weight in the legs, right in here. Why change anything? Why stand upright yet? You just discovered this. This is amazing. Now I'm going to inhale, grab a branch. Exhale, rotate down. Open the upper arm, hand, grip with the opposite. Inhale, switch. So you're grabbing a branch and letting it go. Inhaling up, exhaling, sink. Inhale, switch. Your pace. Leaning out the shoulders, leaning out the hips. That's what a lot of these exercises are doing. They're opening the hips and the spine. From the left, from the right, from below, from above. And the head's last. It shouldn't be doing much. See if you can notice any inherent tension in the neck. Really drop that lower shoulder. If you don't know what I mean, explore with it. When it's down, you can let it go a little further with the exhale. One more. Come back to center. Touch the knuckles. Back to ape. Breathe in the chin through an open mouth. Next inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms, star pose. Why don't you try it? Bringing your hands back in on the belly. You're going to breathe into the core. Tuck that tail a little bit so you're straightening that lower spine, centering your power. The legs start here. And then from this, inhale into star. Fingertips out. Breathe some fire into your belly. Big, strong breaths. And lean back. Draw the belly in. Exhale. Fold the arms as you fold forward. Lowering your weight. Now you're just hanging. You're just hanging. And you're beginning to sway back and forth. You're just going, whoop. And your navel is lengthening. Your heart is drawing away from your root. You're feeling momentum. So your upper body is not doing this. I think I called the wrong pose swaying, but this is back and forth. Ground the heels, spread the toes, feel the strength of your legs as your upper body lets go. And then stop the effort and just release. Breathing into your navel. Fingertips to the floor. Come down in a squat. Come up into eagle. Now this is flying eagle. It's the gentlest version. You can shift side to side, stare at the floor. If you want to, you can come back down in a squat. You can support it in a crow prep. You can come back and ground the heels if you're capable, or you can stay up. Relax your third eye. You're staring at a point, sort of an equilateral triangle with your fingertips. You're letting the momentum calm down. We're coming towards completion. Breathe with this focus. Staring at one point, it's called a drishti. When you discipline your eyesight to stay focused, it actually has a huge impact on maintaining focus in the rest of your body. So eventually it's wonderful to apply this in other poses. We're practicing it here. And you can do this when you're standing. So if you aren't, you can stand up and stare at a point quite a bit ahead of you. Now, exhale, lift, inhale, up. Wait a second. We're going to go into this more simply. Inhale, lift the arms and one leg. Exhale, let go. Now you're going to find your balance. I'm going to give you a lot of room here, meaning just respect it if you get your foot off the ground. You want to become increasingly aware though. So what's the limit that you can raise and still feel in control, conscious? And your arms open. You know, tightrope walkers use open arms. This is a great way. They can use a bar. It's a great way to help you balance. I believe this is how people should learn to balance on one leg. You first practice with the open arms. Now, full eagle pose gets a lot harder. You're going to start crossing, but just tapping the other side of your leg is a nice challenge. And if you're so losing your balance that you don't feel strong, that's not productive. So just go back to lifting. It's beautiful to stay beneath your limits sometimes, to go back and work on the basics, see if you can strengthen something that you didn't notice, that you overlooked. Now really unite your breath for a couple more. If you want to, explore with the arms. I'm not going to. One more. Eagle, straighten, mountain. Adjust your feet. Slight rotation outward of the hips. Slight tuck of the tail. Lift of the chest. Hands at your heart. Breathe in your heart. Let your heart and breath unite. The spirit centering in your heart chakra is breathing you. Stack your heart over your root. So you're leaning back a little maybe. Make this easier. How can your legs just be grounded? No extra work. Stack your head over your heart. Tuck that tail to help. Relax the shoulders. And prepare to share an Om. Deep breath in. Another. One more. Make good choices.